I see him, but like, let's see. How do we do this? Oh, here he is. I love you, Tyler. He's like, do I request you? I'm like, don't you worry. I'm gonna now. Why is it saying now I can't request you? Let me see if I just click on you again. Maybe it's because you're very famous and it's like, it's so weird. It's not letting me join you in. Well, this is a tragedy. Hold on. Oh. Guys,
this is the weirdest thing because I'm watching you do the whole thing. Like, you're like, how? It's not letting me join.
You're like, I'm right here. I'm here.
Because I was given instructions and they weren't. There was no way to request you, so I was like, here. I just have the worst luck with technology.
I mean, I would have been like, hi, we're FaceTiming and I'm gonna live stream it onto YouTube. I would have had to figure it out.
We would have made it happen.
There would have been a revolt.
We would have made it happen. How are you?
I'm good, babe. How are you?
I'm good. It's very hot in LA. I'm outside right now, but I might have to go inside because it's hot. It's like, okay, I don't know if this is a real thing. I don't know if, because now we've spent so much time in Santa Fe where it's really dry.
Yeah.
But I feel like LA is now humid.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, for sure.
But I don't know if it's actually becoming more humid with time or if it's only because of you know what I mean? Like I have a different climate to compare it to, but then also you're from Florida, so you know what like real humidity is, right?
Oh no, but for sure, like when I get that like odd weekend where I can jump back to LA, I'm like, oh my God, humidity. And because Santa Fe is just so dry. And now arriving here, it's just been, Miami is like.
Are you in Miami right now?
I am. I'm with my mom in Miami because I was in New York and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. So hopefully we'll get back soon enough. But I'm here with fam and it's been nice because it's just lovely to not be by myself in my, apartment. But how's Dylan? How's the puppy?
She's good. Can I turn this or not?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, can you see her?
Dylan! Oh my gosh, look at her. Look at her. Such a sweetie.
Anyway, so, gosh, yeah, that's good. You get to be with your family, and your family's so rad.
Yes, they're so like happy to have everybody under one roof, so that's been nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I have so many questions for you. Okay.
Yeah, I have a few for you as well. Like, just kind of playful ones.
Yeah. Well, let's start with that, and then I'm going to hit you with the questions that I've acquired from the fans. But I'm going to hit you with a this or that first.
Okay.
And this is for Tyler versus for Alex, okay?
Oh.
Wild Pony or Crash Down Cafe?
Probably Crash Down Cafe.
Right?
Honestly. I mean, I'm not I don't go out that much anymore. I don't drink that much, so I feel like I would enjoy like French fries and a milkshake more. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is us every week. Like we're like Monday, we're like, let's like do something this weekend. Let's go out. And then by Thursday, it's like we go to an Italian restaurant, have dinner, and have a glass of wine, maybe two.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, so let's do it this way, where you ask me one and then I'll ask you one right after. Because the wine thing, I know that you love the wine.
I love the wine.
And so I feel like I know that the answer is going to be wine. But do you prefer milkshakes or wine?
Wine.
Of course. Yeah. No question.
No question
about that.
Wine.
Okay, now you go.
Okay. Forbidden love or playing it safe?
Ooh. I mean, I feel like I'm intrigued by forbidden love initially.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, probably just because I'm old as hell now, but I think I want to play it safe with the person I had forbidden love for at one point. Yeah. Does that make sense? But I feel like in the beginning there has to be like a little bit of a game Not meaning like, oh, you're not texting me back, but more of like, you know, it's just like normal, like getting to know somebody. You know what I mean? That I think is important to have, you know. So, but yeah.
Yeah, parlaying it into something eventually that feels really like rooted and grounded and good for all participants.
Totally. But then you can kind of go back and you know, experiment with like that sort of like, not the forbidden aspect of it, but like you guys knew each other in a time, like you guys knew each other before you got like really comfortable, and then you can kind of play with each other, like a little bit. Like, I know what you were like. You were a bad boy or a bad girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so then speaking of that exact thing, Max or Kyle?
Oh, Max. I
So forbidden love.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect example, like the Max and Liz relationship, where it is truly forbidden and incredibly complicated, as it is for Michael and Alex. You know, one's an alien, spoiler alert. And eventually I think the hope is that you can find a normal, and you can find something that feels stable and grounded in trust, which is a big theme of ours. And, you know, because it's a sci-fi series, so it's like, you know, the feeling like there's danger around every corner, you know. So I think Max. But I love me some Tony Vino.
Oh, of course.
For always.
What do you think it is about that whole idea of like forbidden love? I mean, you have movies like Twilight and stuff like that, and it's literally very similar to our show in the sense of, you know, not only are you like not good for me, but you are like not even a human. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
totally.
That's obviously an extreme, but I think it's such a theme in life, you know? People love that feeling in some twisted way.
I think it's
hard to attain.
Yeah. And also that, like, you are the one for this person that is one in a million, you know? And it's like Alex and Liz are just mere mortals, you know? But these aliens have like imprinted on them. Twilight, bringing it all back.
I was going to say, that sounds familiar, actually, yeah.
In a way that's like nothing else. Like it, and so, yeah, I think it's the destined thing. I love it. I love that these loves are just like cosmic.
Super hot.
Exactly. Super hot. It's hot as hell. I'm into it. Okay, throwback music or top 40?
Throwback for sure.
I knew you were going to say that.
100%. I mean,
100%.
I think music is so... I don't even know who I'd be without music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm always down to hear new stuff and like, you know, but I do feel that I appreciate throwbacks a lot more, especially things from like the 70s, 60s and 70s and stuff. I just, you know, that they went into the recording studio, they were playing their instruments, they were literally recording the songs live.
It's crazy.
You know? Mm-hmm. And you like I have like a little record collection, a lot of like blues stuff, like Muddy Waters and stuff, and you just listen to them and you're like, you can hear the imperfections, but you're like, this is so crazy that this is a one take thing.
Absolutely.
Here you are, you know? So I don't know. Overall, I'm definitely more of a old soul in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's something like so cool about the collaboration happening like in that moment. And that like all the elements line up, you know, it's like, that's when live performance is so cool, because that's where it still exists for us, I think, you know. Which we'll get back to later, because I got so many questions about your music and what you're working on. So, but
well, I have one more that I want to ask you, but
all right, hit me.
Oh God, what is this on my thing? So, do you prefer to follow your heart or follow science? Like, let's say, like, you were like, I mean, I think this is more for Jeanine, and I know that you're not an actual scientist. You probably could be, but you know, I guess just like in life, like, you know, like there's like, I know this is like maybe a little bit dark, but some people talk about like curing diseases with like your thoughts and your sort of like spiritual energy, as opposed to just like straight up medicine. So it's like I think that's what I'm talking more about, like in the sense of,
mm-hmm.
you know, metaphysical versus like completely medical. You know what I mean? Like which one do you feel like you subscribe to more?
Absolutely. I mean, I think hand in hand is where I live, but I 100%, whereas somebody who's like 100% behind the medical might ignore the metaphysical. I think it's like, I think the two together are the secret. They are the like concoction we need, and we're really like hesitant to embrace always.
Yep.
I mean, I know you and I have talked about this because I just really do believe that like asking for things is powerful, and I do believe in being specific about the things you want, and then marveling at the ways that they like pop up in your life, and you're like, holy shit, we had this conversation in your trailer a year ago, and I talked about a project like this or a person like this coming into my life, and here they are.
And it's also crazy how it works, like for negative things too.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, that's been a struggle for me. It's like, you know, we get stuck in these like thought patterns, and then you realize like all of the things that you don't like about your life, you've literally manifested those too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think it's something to take seriously and be excited about, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. So what unlikely duo would you like to see work together on the show? I thought that was a fun one.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I guess it's unlikely to have. I mean, obviously, this is a selfish answer, but
that's okay.
Alex and Rosa. That would be an interesting pairing because he's very like. Nowadays, he's a little bit more regimented and like obviously militant. She's this like rebellious side, but he was more like her.
Right.
Right. So I wonder how they could interact.
Yeah, and I think about the fact that, you know, her and Maria are so close, and Alex was always around too, and Alex and Liz were such close friends growing up. So there must be a relationship there that we haven't gotten to see yet, but you know, is real full. Yeah. You know,
totally. That could be cool.
That would be super fun.
And plus, Amber's so amazing.
I mean, it was her birthday yesterday, by the way. So
yes, I know.
Did you send her a little? I brought a balloon for our live stream. I was like, Feliz cumpleaños!
Oh, today.
Yeah, today. I gave her.
Dude, look at this for 1 second.
Ah!
She popped up here.
Are you curious? Anyway. What a sweet girl.
She just wants love all the time and attention.
Just a little love. Okay. Can you tease for us the Forrest relationship? Got a lot of Forrest questions.
Yeah, Forrest is cool because similar to what I was just saying about Rosa, he has blue hair. He's like definitely more of a city guy. Like, you know, I think you find out that he's kind of just moving back to Roswell. Like he's from a city, you know, is this noise too loud? Should I go inside?
No, you're good. Yeah, okay. You're good.
You know, and so he's kind of who Alex used to be in a lot of ways. And I think it helps Alex remember who he was. Forrest sort of knows who he is in a really solid way, and that inspires Alex, but he also creates a problem for Alex too, because Alex's heart is obviously with Michael.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting dynamic, and it plays out throughout the season in different ways in different episodes. So it's definitely like, you know, a cool addition to this season, I'd say. I mean, some people probably won't think that if they're like huge Malicks fans.
Malicks shippers, do or die.
Hashtag Malicks. Also, can I tell you, I juiced all of my own juice today.
And
it takes a long time to do it because I don't know why, to be honest, but this is all me. Anyway.
I mean, I'm so impressed, and also the list of activities that one is like willing to tackle in quarantine is so funny, because it's like, this is the stuff I never have time for in my real life.
I'm gardening. I'm like picking weeds. I love being outside. I am picking weeds. I'm leaf blowing. I mean, It's something else.
That's incredible. I honestly was like, if only I had, because we're in an apartment, so it's like balconies. I'm like, I truly, if I had a garden, I would go full Nancy Meyers movie back then and back there and just like convert the living room.
You're Meryl Streep and It's Complicated.
I am Meryl Streep.
Oh, wait, It's Complicated? Is that the one?
Yeah.
She's a gardener. Doesn't she do like flowers and stuff? Or anyway.
She's got like that incredible backyard in like Pasadena or something. Oh, a dream.
Yes.
Okay, so this one made me laugh because there's some Succession fans out there.
Oh yeah.
I love the show. You love the show. So if you could have a scene with any Succession character, if Alex could have a scene with a Succession character, which one would it be? I'm going to tell you mine first. I would love for Liz and Cousin Greg to have a scene together because I think they would either kill each other or make love. Honestly, I think those are the extremes. She would either be so irritated by him or like just take him over. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm really not sure. I feel like I'm at a loss. I'm gonna have to think about that one, and I'm gonna text. I'm gonna do a live video. I'm gonna do a
response,
a story response. Done. I'll be like finally getting back because I got to think about that one.
All right,
because I feel like different people could bring out different sides of Alex. The thing with Alex is he has so many different parts to his personality that could be triggered in all of these different ways. You know. So
for sure, and that
I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Done. That shows like a straight duel too. So it's like everybody. You just got to pick your poison at that point.
Exactly.
Like who do you want to duel with?
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Show is crazy. Okay, if you could. All right. So then, here's one. We got a lot of questions about alien powers. If you could have one, Tyler. If Tyler could have one, what alien power would you want? And maybe it's one we don't even have on our show yet. Maybe it's another power or something.
Yeah, no, I feel like aliens probably can just do anything, so I'm not even going to, but I would love to fly.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just always, I remember being young and having dreams about flying, just literally running in my backyard and lifting up, legit. Like I don't know if it's like, part of my soul just wants to be like free and be able to just go all the time, but fly. Without a doubt. You could be like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to like read people's minds. No, people are crazy.
Oh god, yeah. No, thank you.
To control people's minds? No, I'm not. That's too manipulative. Sorry, Isabel.
Right?
No, but she does it. She uses it for good a lot. So I think flying.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I got so many questions from fans. Love me some Tyler fans, my God. But a lot of their questions were a little, maybe not like, they're a little off and harder to answer. So I'm going to try to answer it honestly. I'm giving myself this challenge. The question is, what is it like to know Tyler Blackburn? So
so these are questions for you?
This is the question that I got asked for you.
Oh, okay.
So about you, sorry. And I was like, that's a crazy question. That sounds impossible to answer. So here we go. I'm going to try.
Okay.
What's it like to know Tyler Blackburn?
This is insane. What? Okay.
I was like, that's an impossible question. Let me try. I think to know Tyler Blackburn is to feel better. I think that's a big one. I feel like when I see you on set, you feel like a grounding token for me. So that is a real gift that you give me. So I think, to know Tyler Blackburn is to feel more at ease. I feel like, and not only at ease, because it isn't just like you calm me down. I think you help me like distill it all and like move the bullshit away and like just be with me and like be to my truth.
That's amazing.
Know? And I think about like anytime we're like, you know what, let's go into the trailer and like just sit down. It's like, oh, I leave being better. I leave better.
That's so really, really cool. I mean, and you know, that's like it's really cool because, you know, we all like live in our own heads, and I really don't feel that grounded a lot of the time within myself.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that's why having close friendships and having like-minded people in your life is so important, because you kind of help to bring that out in each other. You know what I mean? Like if you needed something, I could be there for you. You could be there for me, and you kind of rise to the occasion, you know? And I think that's probably just a reflection of like a synergistic relationship that you and I probably have. You
totally.
Know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I'm like a little neurotic. I have my own issues. I definitely am not, I don't feel grounded all the time, but I think that you make me feel more grounded. So therefore I rise to the occasion, you know?
Oh, I love this for us. But I agree. I think it is, that's what's the fascinating thing about relationships and like knowing people. It's different person to person, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Lord knows we all have our neuroses.
Our crazies.
Our crazy,
yeah, we all got
our crazy elements, you know?
Yeah, but I thank you for that. Really, I'm glad that that's how you feel.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you kidding? Okay, I asked Blamus this question too.
Okay.
But, and you can answer however you want. It can be like one word, it can be a sound, it can be whatever. But is there hope for Malicks? Should we be hopeful for Malicks?
I know that, you know, probably Karina wants me to tiptoe and all that, you know. I'm like, yes, like there's just no way they're not going to end up together. When, I don't know. Of course they're going to end up together. It's just you could.
My heart is fluttering.
Of course. How it's going to happen and when, I don't know. But,
yeah,
you know, we're already so lucky to have been picked up for season 3. So it's like, you know, I feel like it could be probably, you know, working towards it during season 3 even. That's what I feel like. But, you know, that's kind of what's fun about our job, though, too, is we don't really know what's going to happen. But we can have our own ideas and hopes.
Totally. Like, we know that we know what we know is right for our character, like deep in our spine. And then, and we know where we think it should go, or where the fans want it to go. And then it's like you're working those two things, but the when of it, you know, it is. I mean, and a lot of it is just dependent too on like how long a show goes, or you know, or if you get to know when you end, and then you get to really gorgeously, which that's what all I hope for us is that we know when, so that then it can be this like, because I mean, God, am I ready for that payoff already? You know?
I mean, I've said this previously, but I'm like, I think it'd be so great to have, you know, a gay relationship, or a queer relationship because he's bi, however you want to label it, but like a successful one on TV right now. I mean, they exist, but I'm just saying for this duo and like this show, it would be really interesting to see how it changes the dynamic with everybody and sort of the storyline. Like, I feel like it would be a cool, I don't know. It would just be like something that would elevate the show, in my opinion, even more. You know?
Oh, absolutely. I just like want it for them, which that's like a powerful thing too. And like when I try to disconnect our connection to the show, right, and just watch it, I just go, I look at the two of them and I want that for them. And I love that about our show and the way that these characters have known each other for so long. Like, not many shows do that. Not many shows get to like, from the pilot, you're meeting people who have a 20-year history. Like, it's amazing, you know? So, well, thank you for making my Malicks heart happy.
Of course.
I love you, babe. I'm gonna do a takeover with Glam next week. So you want to jump on with us and stir
like
some trouble?
Like this thing?
We're gonna do something. Pretty much, I've just recruited Denise and some of Glamus's friends to send me a bunch of embarrassing pictures, and I'm gonna see what I do with them.
Oh, he's gonna love that. Honestly, he's gonna send. He's gonna find like the most horrible, embarrassing photos of himself and send them to you. He loves that.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, "Shit, now I gotta find stuff of yours." I'm like, "I'm a steel fortress. You can't find anything." I'm fucked. I opened up the floodgates. So yeah, we will.
It's so crazy. Like, this is how we are getting together on our hiatuses, and
I know.
Because I mean that was always so fun. Like, yes, you work together. I mean, we work weird hours and we work our asses off during production, and then it's like doing press together, even though I don't feel that confident doing press. I think it's such a fun time for us to get together and like be ourselves and like really support the project we did, you know, and we haven't really been able to do that at all, you know.
Totally.
So this is like an interesting way to do it, but it's fun to be able to do this.
Yeah, and I know, like, we've had this conversation before. Like, I always feel very weird about how to do this, like how to social media, and this weirdly this pandemic and like wanting a way to stay connected to you guys, but also like stay connected to the fans and like be like, hey, we can't reach out to you in the conventional ways we do, has been like, okay, now let's just go on live.
Totally, I know.
Which, by the way, Sherry's here. She said, hi, lovers. She joined us.
Oh, she is?
Yes. Hello, darling. I love you. I'm talking to her later. Got a lot of great cheery questions.
You're literally on this all day.
All day. I was like, yeah, guys, let's see if we can get some people to talk. And then Claire Gendel and Judy Am, like over at WBPR, put together this like incredible day. And then last night I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna spill so much shit I'm not supposed to talk about.
I know. That's the thing with the live stuff. You know?
Yeah.
We really got to watch ourselves.
We got to be careful.
Anyway, are you on to the next one now? Who's next?
Next up, we're going to have Mr. Michael Trevino.
Oh.
So
amazing.
That'll be fun. I got some.
Let him know that I've been working out a lot.
Oh, have you? Oh, I will tell him.
Yeah, I have a little mini gym set up in my garage.
Oh my God!
And I do FaceTime with a trainer a couple times a week, and then I've been doing my own stuff too. Like, you know, you get that bug, and now I'm obsessed.
Right now, I'm just thinking back on like when you guys were working out in the beginning of the season, and there was that video of you laying on the mat, and you were like, "No."
Yeah, I slowly died off right after that time.
But now we're back.
It's hard to get back into it if you fall off.
Yeah. And it's weird times, for sure, to be motivated. So that's awesome that you've got your, like, space to do it.
I'm also thinking about, like, wanting to feel healthier during this time. And so, you know, I'm drinking green juice, water, working out. I bought an infrared sauna.
Oh, I love that.
The sweat. See, I'm telling you, I'm a little neurotic. Anyway, I'll let you go. I could talk to you for hours. I know you got to go, probably.
I will call you, and I want to hear all about the infrared sauna, because that sounds like everything I need to heal me right now. I'm gonna need to come down from this for the next week.
I know
it's too much. I love you.
Right. Miss you. Love you.
Bye, baby. I love you. Stay safe.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys, that was awesome. Thank you for bearing through all of the technical issues with me.